Hello and welcome to a cosmic edition of Bloke in a Pub. And today we're going to be probing one of the deep philosophical questions. Do you prefer Star Wars or Star Trek? And really what we're boiling this down to is, how do you actually want your investments managed? Clearly, if I was to ask you, do you prefer Star Wars or Star Trek, you'd say Star Trek, because it's manifestly superior to Star Wars. Now, Tom behind the camera here is actually shaking his head, but he's only 30 and patronisingly I can say he's uninformed. If you follow Star Wars, you'll know that the central characters are the Jedi Knights, who have been tasked with maintaining stability throughout the universe and protecting the Republic. So you'd naturally expect, if you wanted your money looked after by someone, that a Jedi Master would be a good choice. The flaw really comes when they say something to you wholly ridiculous, like reach out with your feelings. Now, the reason this is a problem is that the Dalbar Institute has demonstrated that investors fail to make 25% of the gains that are available to them every year by making dumb emotional choices, or in other words, by reaching out with their feelings. Instead, what you want, Tom, is you want to take a thoroughly rational, dispassionate approach to your investments and their management. And there's very good evidence by a guy called Daniel Kahneman, who used the observations from the Dalbar Index, that the very best fund managers are actually psychopaths. Now, a psychopath is someone who is unempathetic, and if you give them a ring because your investments aren't doing very well, they don't really care. A logical extrapolation of this is someone who is detached and rational. A Vulcan, in other words. And there's no coincidence that there is a Vulcan proverb that says, live long and prosper. And you clearly do this by taking cold, measured, informed, rational choices about your money. So if you are asked the question, is Star Wars better than Star Trek? When it comes down to your investments, really it's Star Trek. And the takeaway from this particular episode is that logic is the beginning of wisdom, through which we ascend from chaos with reason as our guide. That's a pretty good way to run your portfolio. So we'll see you next time. Live long and prosper.